Hey everyone, welcome to part 3 of my 6 fan arts challenge. I am going to be deviating a bit from the theme of the previous two and choose somebody to draw that will sort of come out of left field but also seems appropriate. In this video, you will see the process of an illustration of Joe Exotic from the Tiger King. And I will be doing it in the 1950s American illustration style. Now, for those who might not be aware, I always advocate having traditional training when it comes to your work. Even though I like to draw anime and that sort of thing, I was not neglecting my training as a classical fine artist and illustrator. So this is basically just a demonstration of when I do have to paint more realistically and what it might look like. I want to take this time to really mention a common criticism when it comes to realism. A lot of artists shun realism because many believe that it's simply just copying a photo and be done with it. But in actuality, if you look at the greatest fine artists and illustrators in art history, you'll realize that they always stylize and make decisions anyways. They're not just copying from photography or what's in front of them. Even though the result is realistic, the artist still tries to accentuate and subtract certain things from whatever they are observing, because some things just aren't gonna look right. I will show you right now the photograph of Joe Exotic that I used when I was painting this. It looks quite different, right? That's because I'm not really trying to copy it. I am trying to accentuate certain parts of his character and also remove certain things that might not be as useful for this illustration. So right off the bat, you will see that I removed his hat because I felt like his hair is very iconic. In addition, the other big change is obviously the skin tone. I want to accentuate the tanned look that he has with his bleached hair, which might not be apparent in this particular photograph, but it appears a lot in his other images of him. Remember that even though this is realistic, I am trying to capture his essence. It's sort of like when animators say you want to capture the gesture, the essence of a character. This is what I'm doing, but I'm really just adding details to make the illusion that this is a realistic portrait. What it comes down to is just art is all about the fundamentals. If you understand the universal rules, so to speak, of creating art, then transitioning from one style to another is really just a matter of changing your tempo when it comes to your art. Remember that art is just a matter of manipulating visual shapes, and whatever shapes you put down and juxtapose with other shapes, that becomes your artwork. So hopefully you enjoy the rest of the process for the portrait of Joe Exotic here. I chose him because he was very different from other suggestions that I got for this challenge, and I figured this would be the perfect time to demonstrate that I am not just somebody who draws cartoons and anime. And I would always advocate people to study realism and know where our ancestors came from when it comes to art and bring it to the contemporary world. Anyways, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.